Guys, thanks for joining us this morning early. As we've told quite a few of you, Dirk's got a very tight schedule while he's in town before he heads up to the hall. So we'll need to put a hard cap on this at some point, probably around 10 o'clock. But Dirk is here to meet with you guys until then. So we'll open with statements, and then Alan and Mike have roving microphones. Alan and Dave have roving microphones. And so if you want to wait on one of those, that'd be great, because we are streaming this. So again, appreciate it.
Big time.
I will turn it over.
Well, thank you. I'll keep this brief, my statement. I'm sure you guys have plenty of questions. Thanks for coming this morning. This is a big week. I can't believe it's actually here. You know, you hear so much about whatever people say your first ballot and you go in the Hall of Fame, and you're kind of just shrugging it off as a great compliment. And now we're actually here. It feels super surreal, and I'm excited, but also, of course, a little anxious and nervous for this weekend. We just got back from our travels last weekend. It's a couple busy days, and I'm already going up to the hall tomorrow. Got some stuff already coming up Thursday, so can't wait to go, and it'll be an exciting weekend with plenty of friends and family flying in from all over the world, so looking forward to a great time. So thank you guys for coming this morning.
Price, man, how come, Dirk, have you allowed yourself to think ahead to that day when you're going to put the jacket on your shoulders about what that moment would be like?
Yeah, I mean, it's, like I said, I just cannot believe that, first of all, it's 4 years already, I'm out of the league, and now the time has already come that I'm going in, and I think the whole weekend will both be sort of surreal, and I think, you know, at some point, you know, I always got to kind of stop. I know the itinerary is packed every minute probably, and I just got to make sure sometimes I stop and reflect a little bit and really still enjoy what's going on. Even, you know, obviously when the speech on Saturday, I want to get up there, but still enjoy and not be too nervous that I really can't enjoy the magnitude of this moment. So it's going to be fun. So we're getting the jackets. Obviously Friday night in the ring, and then the induction ceremony is then Saturday night. So I mean the whole thing will be unbelievable. Going in with an incredible class, with people obviously that I've known and competed against for a long time. So I'm looking forward to it.
Tell us what that bidding process was for your jacket, because I understand a Dallas company made the Hall of Fame thing.
Yeah, they did. So we did all that in Houston during the Final Four when we first got announced, and we got invited, and we got to go to the semifinals game, and yeah, it was a super cool moment. We all got to walk in this room, and there were all these stations. You get fitted for your ring and your jacket, and when I went up to get my jacket, they're like, "Mavs in the house." Like, what are you talking about? And they're like, "I'm from Dallas, we're a Dallas company," and so. It was a cool moment, and you know, I'm gonna have my Mavs logos in my jacket, so I can't wait to see it.
Hey Dirk, Jason Winter from Dallas Sports Source. Back in June of 1998, you were acquired by the Mavericks along with Steve Nash. You ended up landing in Dallas in an area, in a city, in fact, that you like probably felt like you were landing in the land of Oz. What was it like making the adjustment, coming to America, experiencing the culture shock, and adapting to America, and being able to launch your career?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've said it a lot of times that it was hard for me back then. In a way, the last 20-some years, the world's gone a lot smaller with internet, with social media, but back then you just couldn't hop on Google and see what it's like in Texas. So I had no idea really what to expect, and it was a hard time. First, there was a little bit of a language barrier, and then of course there was a lockout year that came on top of it, and then the game was so different. So I had a hard time adjusting my first season, and the language barrier was stuff that it was so tough that at times I didn't really want to say anything. I just was super quiet and was just trying to learn as much as I could on the fly. I'll always remember this one time I didn't practice my first year. I think I was banged up, and we had Hot Rod Williams at the time, and he sat next to me. And the entire hour and a half, he talked to me and tried to teach me something. I didn't understand a word he said. His Louisiana accent, and so that kind of sums up, I think, my first year here. I was just trying to learn stuff and on the fly, on the go, within like 5-6 games a week, and I mean it was a tough time. But once I came back, then that summer was big for me. I played summer league, I played international ball, I played the '99 European Championships, and then I came back for a full season. I had my partner lined up at that point. Then I got a car. Just everything was coming together smoothly off the court, and then I was able to also feel a lot better on the court.
Dirk, Joe Trahan from WFAE TV. Hey Dirk, first of all, I want to say thanks for bringing that championship, and I've been here for 20 years, man. That's the only one we've gotten in the Big Four, so thank you, first of all. I'm curious, when you went back and were preparing for your speech, what that process was like, and was there one memory in particular that flooded back when you were working on that speech? I mean, I know the championship's obvious, but a particular memory about something that flowed back to you.
I've been working basically off and on the speech for the last couple months.